or someone insulted and criticized me so badly just because of my terrible and awful one single strong reason to learn this language, everything will comes to in this single powerful reason gonna motivate you, guide you, inspire you
I'd
that
like to
how
ask
can
you
you
one question. Is English, learning English is very much important, or communication skill is very important?
knowing something or learning something is something else, and implementation or execution of the whatever you have learned, that is something else.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing?
A ver- yeah, a very shiny, sunny, and chocolatey good afternoon. I'm doing great, thank you. How about you? How is your day going so far?
It's going fantastic. My day is going fantastic, and I am as fit as a fiddle. And thank you for your asking.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
So, sir, since we are meeting for the first time, we should introduce ourselves. So, would you mind giving me your introduction?
Sure, I would be more than happy to introduce myself. Well, my name is Shiv, and I'm from northern part of India. My state name is Uttarakhand, and by profession, I'm a central government employee. As far as my academic qualification concerned, I'm done with my master in English, master in commerce, and this year I'm pursuing my master in economics. This is my final year. In addition to this, I do teach English to beginners and intermediate speakers through different online applications as an unofficial English trainer. And I run my own YouTube channel by the name of English with Teacher Shiv, where I'm uploading spoken English content at the same time some conversational videos one to one as we are having right now. So that's all from my side.
Okay, that's great introduction, sir. Okay, so
Yeah,
may I
thank you.
introduce myself?
Please go ahead.
Okay, so thank you very much for giving me this wonderful opportunity to introduce myself in front of you. This is Bablu Kisku. I am from Hooghly, West Bengal. And talking about my qualification, I have done masters in English literature. And if I talk about my interest, I love playing cricket, football, and having conversation with different kinds of people. And by profession, I am a school teacher. And simultaneously, I am running a YouTube channel which name is English with Bablu, where I upload English related conversational videos. So that's pretty much about myself.
Well, delighted to hear about you. Thanks for giving your kind introduction. Thank you.
Okay, sir. I'd like to ask you, sir, when did you start your speaking journey? Tell me something about your journey.
Well, it's been 3.5 years I have been speaking English, and it's been 2 years I have been guiding and assisting so many aspirants to learn this language. So, yes, when I started my journey of learning this language, I started from scratches, from zero, because I did my schooling from Hindi medium school, and the time I wasn't able to speak a single sentence in English, and I wasn't able to introduce myself in English as I'm introducing right now. So, you can say my journey was so tough and full of difficulties and challenges, because you can understand that a person who is not even aware of English, a single word, how difficult it is for him to learn this language. But yes, I did practice for 14 to 16 hours every single day in order to master this language, because I had a very powerful reason behind it. But the thing is that someone insulted and criticized me so badly just because of my terrible and awful spoken English. But from there, I started learning it day and night. And here I'm in front of you. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, so that's good. You have a specific powerful reason for learning this language. So, what kind of strategies or plans did you apply for learning this language?
Well, I followed 10 golden rules that I have suggested to many people if they want to improve their spoken English. First and foremost thing that I have shared with you, you have to find one powerful reason for yourself in order to master this language. If you have that one single strong reason to learn this language, everything will come to in front of you. Because this single powerful reason gonna motivate you, guide you, inspire you that how can you learn this language. And you will not waste your time in any useless stuff. Rather, you'd be more focused towards your learning. The number two is you should not feel ashamed if you are making any mistake, stuttering, stumbling, because English is not our native language. It's a second or maybe third language which we are trying to master on. So we should not expect the same level of perfectionism from our side as native speakers have in this language. The third thing is we have to evaluate ourselves that where we stand, what is the level we have in terms of spoken English, and just record your voice and to study very carefully what mistakes you are during your recording and you are speaking English. Yourself your mistakes and your shortcomings that need to work upon your drawbacks and shortcomings. Right? One is vocabulary. I want you to improve your vocabulary as much as possible because the more you have vocabs in your mind, the better you can express your ideas and your feelings, emotion, thoughts, whatever you want to manifest. Number five, course practice. Practice makes a man. I want everyone to practice on a regular basis. The more you are consistent towards your practice, the better you sound. So do practice every single day. Don't even procrastinate a single day in order to practice with this language. Number six is I've noticed many times people are really bothered about their grammar rules. They feel that I don't know grammar, how can I speak English? And that's not the case. Even though you have a basic understanding of grammar or you have knowledge of functional grammar, so that's enough to start learning this language. First, develop confidence, flow where you are speaking English without any hesitation, shyness. Once you reach on this level, then after you can go for grammar, which means accuracy. But don't make a mistake that in initial stage you are going to focus on grammar. That's how you are not doing anything but creating a trap of grammar for yourself, which definitely gonna stop you to move on in this journey. Now, number seven is love your mistakes. I know it's quite funny, but that's true, which means you should not think about your mistake that I'm making mistakes, so I'm not able to speak English and I couldn't learn this language. That's not true. We are humans, and humans are more than welcome to make mistakes. Everyone makes mistake. So you have to consider your mistake as a teacher, from where you are going to learn that what are your loopholes, where are the what are the areas of improvement you have where you need to work upon, and eventually you see that you are going to speak English like a flawless speaker. The next one, English speaking environment, which means you have remembered how did you learn your mother tongue since you have been your parents, siblings, people around you, and after deep observation, you started imitation. You start immersing yourself with this language, and that's how you have learned it. Same goes with English. Try to create an English speaking environment around you. English videos, English movies, English songs, English books. You can go for some online platforms like Ace Fluency, English Shwata, Talk. You can use some AI application like Shivi application, Chat GPT, Meta AI, Gemini, so many. But you have to involve yourself and you have to immerse yourself with this language. Now, point number nine is LRWS, which means listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Listening will help you to understand the basic concept of this language. You will get the real exposure of this language. Try to listen podcasts, audiobooks, native speakers, good speaker of English, English trainers, and observe them deeply, like how they are speaking, how they are articulating their sentences, and follow steps. Reading will improve your pronunciation. If you read aloud, it will improve your knowledge. It will improve your thinking English power. It will improve your creativity in terms of spoken English. Writing will improve your accuracy. When you write, you will definitely gonna remember all those grammar rules that you have been studying in a theoretical way. All right, and you can improve your vocab power. The vocabs which you have learned, if you start including in your writing path, it will allow you to retain those vocab for sustainable. Last is all we are Only so, so if you want people, you have your mouth, train your mouth muscles, because you have been speaking with your own native language. And the more you will train your mouth muscle to speak English, the better you sound. Last but not least, English is just a language, it's not a rocket science. So keep patience, enjoy the process of learning. Don't over don't overthink about it, but don't procrastinate your practice. Find a powerful reason to learn it, and the more you will enthusiastic to this language, the better you sound. That's all from my side.
Okay, sir. You gave me very many valuable tips. Okay, it would
Okay.
be really very beneficial for not only me, for all the co-learners who want to learn this language. Okay, sir, I would like to ask you one question. Is English, learning English is very much important, or communication skill is very important? Or is it the same thing, or is there any difference between them?
Well, there is a huge difference between English and communication. Now, let's talk about English. What is English? English is just a language, it's a medium to connect with people having different languages. But whereas communication is a broader concept, it has wide range of aspects. Communication, three types: verbal, non-verbal, visual. It includes, so, for example, your language which you are using. It could be English, Hindi, Urdu, any language. Now, it has voice modulation, then intonation, your body posture, facial expression, eye contact, head moves, and your attire, the dress which you are wearing, the way you speak, the way you represent yourself, and your voice, everything. Right. So, language is piece of cake. The communicate something that is to craft. So if it depends on your purpose, what exactly you want to do in your life, and actually you have to indulge into learning English or learning communication. But in my opinion, I would suggest people try to improve your spoken English first. Altogether, you can work upon your communication, because to learn English, you just need to do some qualities which are related to communication. For example, voice, your pronunciation, the words you choose in order to express your ideas, the more behind learning to speak. All right. And when you speak with someone in English, obviously, for example, I'm talking to you, and if you just watch here and there, what will I get? I will think that you are not interested in my talk, in my
Right.
conversation. All right. Though we both are here in order to improve our spoken English, but still, somehow, to some extent, we are working upon our communication as well. As you can see, that I'm moving my hands according to the content which I'm speaking to you. Right. My eye
Right.
contact is there, my facial expression, the voice I have when I feel that I have to emphasize some of words where I want you to pay attention. So I'm speaking those words a little bit louder. Right? In this way, we can understand each other clearly. If I will some advanced is that you are not aware of, that is not communication. That is miscommunication. Because if I'm speaking English, I'm trying to communicate with you, and if you are not understanding me because of my vocabularies, because of my tone, because of my understanding power, so what is the communicating with each other when you are not understanding? All right. So that's all I believe.
Yes, yes. So, sir, I face a lot of problem while trying to communicate with anyone, while trying to convey my thoughts. Or sometimes also I don't get the right words. Okay, I get stuck sometimes also. Though I know many words, though I know many vocabs, but sometimes it happens with me. So, what should I do? Please tell me.
Here, I'll say one thing that knowing something or learning something is something else, and implementation or execution of the whatever you have learned, that is something else. There's a huge difference. There's a gap. All you have to do is you have to decrease this gap. Knowing, implementation, you have to just combine it. How is it possible? For example, today I have learned 5 vocabs. Now, what is my responsibility? Is my responsibility to learn those vocabs and write it down in the notebook, and that's it? Now, my responsibility first, read that vocab, then I learn those vocabs, then I make notes of those vocabs in the diary and notebook, then I spit some sentences out of it spontaneously on the spot. And throughout the day, this morning till night, I am using those vocabularies. Not even that particular day where they were when I learned those vocabularies. In fact, whenever I'm talking to someone, whenever I'm having any conversation, or I'm writing something, or I'm recording something, my responsibility to use those vocabularies which I have learned. To ask the same question to one of my teachers, and she suggested me very simple rule that use it, otherwise you are lose it. So better than
Well,
try, right? That's the technique. There is no shortcut. No matter how educated you are and how many degrees you have experienced and qualified you are, unless you will not learn the art of turning theoretical knowledge into the practical one, whatever you're not learning the art of putting all those information on ground practically, everything is nothing more than a garbage, right? Not creating a you have to learn the art of using information from your subconscious mind to your conscious mind, from your passive brain to active brain, and how it is possible when you will use it, when you will into day to day. For example, story narration, picture description, then having conversation, interaction, recording your video, self-talk, mirror practice, and there are so many other exercises that you can involve to retain those vocabularies for long duration, right? Use it. How would you remember as when these were required during your spoken English? Not possible. Yeah.
yes, sir. Please tell me, sir, from where did you get such types of vocabulary? Because I have seen many words from your YouTube, from Skype group. Okay, so I also got motivated, got benefited from those words. So please tell me, how did you learn such types of words, phrases? So tell me something about you.
Well, if you ask this question to me when we were in 1947, so maybe I would feel quite hesitate to answer your question. But here we are in 2024, and we are about to enter in 2025. We are in modern area. There are plenty and plethora of resources we have in our hand that we can use in order to collect huge amount of vocabularies. Number one, YouTube. Just search vocabularies along with synonyms. And whatever channel you think like these channels are quite useful for me, do subscribe at least 2 or 3 channels. Number two, communities. WhatsApp group, Facebook group, Instagram. Follow this. From there, you will get abundant of vocabs which you can utilize in your spoken English. Number two, these you can download PDF of vocabs from Google. But whatever it is telling to you, whenever that vocabulary your use, these choose words that you can remember, use, pronounce, and spell as well. Then only it will be for you, otherwise not. Last but not least, you are talking to some, or you are listening to podcasts, you are reading books, or some using any advanced vocabs. Pay attention, absorb them, notes of it, try to use in your position. Right. And least where you will start talking to someone, always keep and pen with you. That's what I do. It's still I have. Whenever I'm learning something new, I always try to write it down. I have my own diary. In fact, sometimes I write in my own WhatsApp group. So that's how you can activate and memorize for your. Yeah.
Okay, that's great, sir. Okay, sir, your accent is excellent. So, how did you improve your accent? Please tell me.
I don't know. Do I have any accent or not? That's well, I'm a bit dubious about it because most of the people say the same thing that I do have a different accent. But the thing is that I don't know how did you start learning this language. But in my case, when I started learning this language, I started with the help of an application that is Hello. And there I have talked with many native speakers around the world. And you know very well, your environment plays a very indispensable and imperative role in one's personality and behavior. And same thing happened with me. As soon as I started interacting with them more and more, I got a bit influence of the accent on my spoken English. And second thing, last year I decided to work upon my pronunciation. For that, I started practicing with IPA sounds, phonetics. And when you start doing practice with phonetic sounds, so your vocal cord, your nasal sound, your mouth muscles, the way you produce sounds would become entirely different the way you produce sounds in a normal way. That's why my way of speaking is a little bit different. The way normal Indian speakers speak English, but I don't follow any accent. I do have my own neutral accent that should be understandable to everyone. That's all.
And I'd like to ask you one thing that I have a so sound problem. Okay, S and SH, C and cell. So how get I resolve this types of problem? C so sound, SCSC and SAT double L.
Well, for this, I do have two tips and tricks for you that you can follow in order to eradicate this problem. I have seen many times when I'm asking to people like, "Why are you here on this platform?" They are saying that I'm here for English. They're saying English. They're not saying English. Sure. Sir
Yes, sir.
and sure. All right, there's a difference. So if you want to overcome with this problem of sir and sure, all you have to do is first you can follow tongue twister. Practice with some tongue twister, and especially that tongue twister that she sells like that. You can search on Google. Okay? Practice with tongue twister. Second, I want you to write at least 10 words, at least 20 words. 10 words, 10 words with sir sound and 10 words with sure sound and practice. For example, sun, Sammy, sentiment, super, soulmate. Then either sha, chamois, shadow, ship, shape, synchronize. Okay? So that's how you can just differentiate the sound between sir and sha. That's how it works.
Last one question is that if anyone wants to learn this language who doesn't have any environment at home and who doesn't have any friend or speaking partner, so at that time, how can he or she learn this language?
Well, these days so easy. You can learn, you can create an environment with the help of some AI tools. As I have explained before, Shivi application is there, ChatGPT is there, Meta AI, WhatsApp, Gemini from Google, and there are so many other applications that you have where you can practice with these applications. Second, there are so many online applications, for example, Ace Fluency, Joe's Talk, English Vata, Hi Looker, and so many others. Use these applications where you find a co-learners at same level you are in. All right. Third, you can involve yourself into listening web series, podcast, musics, videos. From there, you can learn so many stuff. Fourth, indulge yourself into reading. Try to read as much as possible. From there, you can feed your brain with English. The more you consume English, the more you can produce English. Right? Last but not least, you can select some partners. If you don't have any partner, there are so many WhatsApp communities where you can just request to add on, and you will get so many stuff, PDFs, and there are so many people who are just practice day and night there in those communities, those groups. So that's how it works.
Okay, sir. So Diwali is tomorrow. So do you celebrate Diwali?
Yeah, definitely I would. I would celebrate.
So how do you celebrate?
Well, I have already decorated my house with full of like lights and diyas. Like I have prepared diyas. At night, I would just blown it up, and I have purchased a cracker as well, and sweets. I have decorated my whole house. I have cleaned up as well since 3 days. I have been doing the same thing, and that's how like we just do that Lakshmi Puja, and we just distribute sweets and every single thing to our neighbors, people who live around us, and that's how we celebrate this.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I have done my question. So do you have any question? Otherwise, we can wrap up.
Now, as if now I don't have any question, but thank you for connecting with me and giving your precious time. It was really a fruitful and constructive session with you. I hope you enjoyed a lot.
Yes, sir. Have and happy Diwali to you.
Yeah, I wish you very happy Diwali to
One
you
thing
as well. So
I
keep
would like
practicing,
to
keep improving.
One thing I would like to tell you that I have subscribed your channel and your content is totally different and it's very good for all the not only learners, for me also, like all the teachers also. It's totally different and there are many good contents in your channel. Okay, so thank
Okay,
you
thank you. Thank
for
you. Yeah, it
providing
means
such
a lot.
content.
Thanks. Yeah,
Okay.
bye.